Γεια χαρά. Hello. Agenda today with Nιχάλ Σοαντζί.
Hello.
Hello, Nιχάλ. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you very much for inviting me and for giving us the space today.
Nιχάλ is here today with us because she's one of the two creative directors for this year Buffer Fringe Festival.
Yes, yes.
You are one of the two?
Yes, with Maria Varnakidou, my colleague. We were the creative directors of the festival in 2020 as well. We were working together, and now 2021.
But that was online. It was mostly online.
Online and towards the end, face to face.
Yes.
Yes. I think we've had to find the balance between the two.
And we need to maybe clarify that the reason we speak in English today is that you are Turkish Cypriot. Your mother tongue is Turkish,
Yes,
but
yes.
μιλάς και λίγο ελληνικά.
Ναι, μιλάω. Ναι.
Μπορεί περισσότερο από λίγα.
Ναι, μήπως.
But it's better to switch to English so we're both confident.
Yes, thank you.
That's what you do in your daily life too, don't you? I know that you are working in the home of cooperation.
Yes, I work at the Home for Cooperation since 2019. And I mean, some of my colleagues are from the south, some are from the north. So I guess we use a mix of three languages of Greek, Turkish, English, mostly English, I would say.
But you are also doing your PhD in Athens.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
and
I am.
how's that going?
It's nice.
I mean, how's life in Athens? You lived in Athens for 4 years?
I did, yes. I was for 4 years in Athens. It was pretty good. I really had a nice time. And I enjoyed the university life there as well. But then I decided to come back to Cyprus.
Cool. Okay, before we kind of deep into your work, which sounds super interesting, to be honest, let's meet yourself. Let's talk a bit about you. You are born and raised in Lefkoşa.
Yes, in Lefkoşa.
Kaymaklı.
Currently, I'm living in Kaymaklı.
You know, I did my research.
Yes.
Yes.
Currently, I'm in Kaymaklı, living there. Yes.
But you are born and raised where?
Central Nicosia.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
Yes.
Cool. And apparently you are a post-74 kid. May I ask you, how old are you?
Yes, sure. I'm born in 1991. So I will be 30 in November.
Perfect. And you studied, I know what you did, but it's better if you share with us. What did you study and where?
I first did languages and translation at Surrey in England. And then I did my...
With your specialization in French?
In French, yes. I did French translation and Russian.
And Russian?
And Russian, yes.
So you speak French, Russian, Turkish, English, and a bit of Greek?
Yes. And a bit of Arabic.
And a bit of Arabic,
yes.
okay.
Trying to learn.
Merhaba. Merhaba is Turkish also.
And then I did my master's in London at UCL in international public policy. But my focus was on reconciliation and particularly on contact hypothesis. And then after that,
So your focus was on reconciliation, maybe because you're from Cyprus, that's
of course,
why?
yes. I mean, my case study was Cyprus, I think.
Yeah, okay, I can tell why.
Definitely. Yeah. And then I took some time, like a year, to think about which direction I would like to move. And then I decided on social anthropology and started my PhD at Pantheon in Athens in social anthropology.
So you lived in Athens for 4 years, but now you're back in Cyprus.
Yes, yes.
Because of COVID.
No,
I mean, you've been working in the home
since 2019.
So, but you haven't finished your PhD yet.
I have not. No.
You don't have to be there.
No, it's. I mean, I don't have classes, and currently I'm in the writing stage. So
you used to have classes.
No, I did not. I did
you
not.
just wanted to live in Athens.
Yes, and I mean to meet with my professor more often, to participate in some class discussions and presentations. It was useful, and of course the library as well, which for books and everything. But now at this stage of writing, I don't really need to be there.
So you're here working
at the Home for Cooperation. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And before we go into your PhD thesis, the topic, which is very, very interesting, I would like to ask you, how's life at the home?
It's nice. It's very nice, actually. I mean, last year with the COVID, we had some challenges with the crossings and everything. So, you know, that was challenging because we couldn't access. In one day we had to leave last March, and then we couldn't go back. And then with changing regulations and tests and everything, so that was a little challenging, but I don't think we ever lost our motivation. So we thought, you know, this will pass and we will go back to normal. And now we're at a good stage, I think.
Home for Cooperation. I also interviewed Levki a few episodes before. It's a success story, I believe, for coexistence. It's like United Cyprus on a smaller scale, isn't it?
Yes.
How Cyprus could have been.
Of course. I think it really shows a possibility, a prospect. I mean, you know, it starts from a place that was abandoned, building that was in ruins. And, you know, I also believe that ruins in general make us question, make us ask, what if? How could it have been, or how it was? And I think Home for Cooperation became an example to show us how it can be. And
it's like a small bubble, kind of, but a nice bubble, of course. I mean, it's a living proof that coexistence can
happen.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
so
yes.
Do you believe that you guys are crazy, or everybody else who's outside the house who is indifferent or even hostile?
I think we're understanding. I mean, you know, people coming from different places. I think it's all about the expression of alternative subjectivities to all of the dominant ideologies that go around us. So, you know, and I think it's a great example to show that, yes, all of these alternative subjectivities can coexist together and can create something together. So, yeah.
Cool. Should we go to your PhD work?
Sure.
It's very interesting. Yeah. Nιχάλ, you are actually, correct me if I'm wrong, you are questioning how displaced people of North Cyprus, yes? Yeah, that's, tell me. Collage and montage, home in the post-2003 period.
Yes. I would just say, I mean, that how people who have been previously displaced, that are currently living in North Cyprus, how they are collaging and montaging a home in the post-2003 period. Yes.
Okay. People who have been previously displaced?
Or their children, I mean...
So it's an ethnographic research?
It is, yes.
Social anthropology?
Yes.
On people who are currently living in the north side?
Yes, yes.
So most of them are Turkish, Cypriots?
I don't think... I think we have a very diverse group of people actually living together, which brought about my interest. Of course, we have the Cypriots, Turkish Cypriots, and some are internally displaced, and some are the children of internally displaced people within Cyprus. Then we have communities who have migrated from Turkey to North Cyprus, but it's not right to categorize that community into one as well, because you have several different dynamics.
Well.
It's, of course, yes, very diverse. So you have different dynamics there. You have students who are coming from different countries and who cannot go back to their countries also.
A lot of students from Africa?
In Africa, from Middle East,
yes,
yes, who do not plan to go back and who want to see North Cyprus as their home. So, you know, and you have all of these people coming together, trying to make a home, but home also not in, I see home as a relational, let's say, element in a way as well.
And so, why did you choose 2003? Because of Annan plan?
Because it was the point where the crossing started.
2004 was Annan plan?
Yes.
So 2003 was when the crossing
started, yes, was opened.
And how do you relate this with the displacement?
So this opening brought about many questions within the community, and questions on identity politics, on cultural politics as well. So Turkish Cypriots could get the passports from the Republic of Cyprus, could cross, could visit, whereas the communities coming from Turkey could not do that. So you had different dynamics coming up, you had different shifts in the community. I mean, there was a space which was the home of people and that they couldn't access for so many years, and all of a sudden they could go, they could visit. So it brought about a lot of questions about who are we, where are we, what are we doing. So it brought all of these questions that I think really shifted things in the community and brought about new narratives, narratives of home, searching for home. So that's why my focus is in the post-2003 period.
Wow. Nιχάλ, we need to make a very short break at this point, and we'll get back to you very soon.
Sure, thank you.
Hey, we are back with Nιχάλ Σοαντζί today. She's one of the two creative directors for Buffer Fringe Festival. Nιχάλ, we were talking about your fascinating research. It is fascinating.
Thank you.
And now I think we could say how it's linked with Buffer Fringe, and especially this year festival, which has to do with displacement.
Yes.
You are one of the two creative directors. First of all, what it means to be a creative director for Buffer Fringe?
I think talking about that takes us to 2020, to last year. And when we started discussing about the Buffer Fringe, the 2020 Buffer Fringe, we found ourselves at home in quarantine just as the pandemic broke out. So it was a time where we had a lot of discussions about what shall we do, what do we do? I mean, do we go ahead with the festival? Do we cancel it? Do we postpone it? What shall we do? And I think I can say that we collectively found solutions that went beyond the conventional festival, that somehow we tried to, let's say, create as alternatives to the pandemic situation. So I think from then on, the journey started into building the festival to its current state now.
And your personal work, your research has to do a lot with artistic imagination and how artistic imagination can help with peace building. This is something I read in your CV kind of thing.
I would say a part of it, yes.
A part of your
my
research.
research, yes, has to do with that. And I would say it would be more relevant methodologically, because I try to find alternative arts-based methodologies to do this kind of ethnographic research, and especially with communities who have been displaced or who have been through displacement. And I believe that kind of connects with my role with the festival and my research background.
And tell us a few things about this year's edition.
So this year we are continuing with the theme of displacement, which started last year. And I think, I mean, displacement was on the table even before the pandemic started, but I think it became a very crucial period to talk about displacement, because it was during a time that we couldn't actually be physically displaced, and we were talking about displacement. So I believe that provided us with a critical lens to talk about it as well. And this year, we wanted to complete this cycle that we started last year, because there were several artists that couldn't complete their work due to the pandemic. There were several discussions that were on the table, still projects to be completed. So we said we're still going ahead with this theme.
I think interdisciplinary, it's an interesting and crucial word for this festival, isn't it?
It is, because it gives the space to people coming from different disciplines, from different backgrounds, to engage with each other, to come into dialogue with one another. So I think that's a very important element, definitely. And I mean, if you look through our artists and projects and collaborations going on this year, we really have a very diverse people coming from very diverse backgrounds, yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And how long have you been working for this festival?
Since 2020. So I started with when we started preparations for the 2020 festival. That's when I started working, and here we are. In 2019, I had participated with an installation, with a participatory installation. That was also part of my research.
That was part of your PhD or irrelevant?
It was,
Yes.
because it was one of the methodologies that I wanted to use to explore different stories in a different setting. So it was
the installation.
Yes.
How it worked?
It was a participatory installation, and it was about 2019 was about defining the buffer zone, and in between
was before
space.
COVID.
Yes.
Different time zone.
It was a different time zone. Yeah.
Yes.
And I conceptualized the buffer zone as a garage, and I wanted to bring together objects from different generations together in the garage, and ask for how that makes people feel. This year, we're also organizing a hybrid forum on the 11th and 12th of October, right after the festival ends, where local and international festival makers are coming together to question what stories do festivals tell. So how can we see in different ways, in alternative ways through festivals? And for that, we're collaborating with the impact of the Brandeis University and the Festival Academy.
Nιχάλ, because we are out of time, just a final question.
Yeah, sure.
What would you say? I mean, if I asked you to invite people from both sides to attend the festival, what would you say to them? Why do you think they should experience Buffer Fringe this year? Why should they come?
Of course, there are many reasons. Firstly, I think we are starting on the 8th of October with in our venue in the south. And we will have many interesting performances and a screening of from our artists from South Korea. I think it will be many aspects related to displacement coming together through these performances. And I think to really step back and to think about it, I think it would be a very good opportunity. On the 9th of October, we will be in the buffer zone at the Home for Cooperation. We will have workshops, so people who want to participate and be part of it can also be a part of it. We will have discussions, screenings, and installation. And then later on, DJs and performances. So it would really be a mix of things coming together.
So it's fun, entertainment, and a bit of culture, and a bit of...
And a bit of alternative space, I would say. Yes, I would say safe space and an alternative space. Yeah. I think a creative space, let's say.
Thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you very much.
We wish you all the best for this year's festival, for your research, for whatever you do in life. And we'll definitely keep in touch.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for inviting us. Bye.